So just to state from the outset what it is that we're here and doing, Rachel is going to be a guinea pig as we try to work together to build a folder of Zotero bibliography for the RPP project. And in the background, Rachel has just been looking at Zotero connectors. So there are essentially tools that you can download specifically for whichever browser you're using. And we just looked this up. It looks like I use the one for Chrome, but it also looks like there's a Firefox connector, an Edge connector, and a Safari connector. And when we post this video, I'll try to remember to put a link in the comments down below. But Rachel, if you would go ahead and share your screen, and it might be bumpy. We'll just see how this goes. But Rachel's going to try to walk us through the process of downloading the connector and trying to use that and the web interface to build a bibliography.
Yeah. Do you want me to share my whole screen so that the Zoom window is also in it, or just the browser?
Um, let's just do well, I don't know. If you're comfortable sharing the whole screen, maybe the whole screen, because otherwise we'll be disembodied voices.
All right. Do we have everything visible?
Yeah, that looks great. Okay. So it looks like you've navigated to the Zotero Group Library, and this is invitation only, but you just request to join the group, and I can approve that. Um, and Rachel is already added, and so it looks like she has uh, yep, a
Sorry, I
a
do
little
have the.
section there for the RPP project. Good. All right. So I think what we're looking for uh, in the menu that you're on, Rachel, under the RPP or the RPEG Pedagogy Working Group,
Mhm.
when you hover over, like you're doing, there's a little plus, and you should be able to add a folder. And so then you'll want
Perfect.
to name your folder based on the
Do
site that you're working from.
go on both the English, or sorry, both the Roman name and its modern name,
Sure, that's
or
fine.
just the country,
I think we've been doing yeah, just
ancient name.
one of the names that is used in your site guide so that we can pair up your bibliography with the site that it
Right.
corresponds to.
Hey, now I'm first in line.
Right. All right. So if you click on that folder,
Yes.
then the next step is essentially to go to your site guide, and we're going to need to search for each one of your bibliographic entries. Um,
Okay.
all right. So if you go down to the
Can you
end of your
see that
bibliography,
now? Okay. Yep. There we go.
good. And you can use your bibliographic tools of choice. I tend to use WorldCat for books, and I tend to use Xenon DAI for articles and book chapters. And the reason I tend to use those two tools is because they play nicely with the Zotero connector that hopefully has successfully installed
Yes.
on your machine.
I'm gonna see if I can get to WorldCat here. Sorry.
And I'm realizing that we haven't actually set up your connector yet, so we'll need to follow through on that.
Well, it looks like it was already installed,
Oh, okay. All right,
maybe
great.
from previous use. So I didn't test that yet, but I guess
Okay.
we can test that now.
All right. Well,
So let's see. I guess if I go to my site guide and I copy a title and paste it into WorldCat.
yes. So that's what I would recommend doing if you're dealing with a book. Um, oh, that's interesting. Your WorldCat looks different than mine.
Because we have the cheap version.
Gotcha.
It was, yeah, okay, no editorial comment from me on record. Okay, so it
All
looks
right.
like,
So,
yes, in fact, I have found it
all
here.
right. So you navigate to that page. And then
Hmm.
ideally, what we should be able to do is to go up to your connector, and I see the little book icon in your browser at the very top. So under the tab heading at the top of your browser on the right-hand side, you see the little blue book?
Yeah,
That means that it has sensed that you have a record for that you've navigated to a record for a book. So if you click on that, you oh, what I'm realizing is that this is going to download to your personal Zotero.
my own library. I
Yeah.
can't, can I change it to,
Ah, there
oh,
it is.
no, I think
Okay.
I can change it
Yeah, so you should
to
be able to
there.
click on that. Yep, perfect.
Saving to, wait, did it actually just save?
Okay. Looks like it didn't make it in.
Okay, did not save there. Did it?
Hmm.
Let me try that again. Saving to, it keeps reverting back to my library.
Okay. Um, all right, well, let's try this a different way. Do you see the ISBN number for your particular record? It's
Yes.
yeah. So if you'll grab the ISBN number,
Hmm.
you copy that, and then if you will go back to your Zotero, and then do you see the little magic wand at the yeah, right there?
Yes.
Try that. Enter. Ta-da!
Hey, there it is. Ta-da.
Yeah,
Okay, well, that's useful to know that there are different ways of adding these materials if your little connector thing doesn't work. Okay.
yeah, exactly. So just to explain about the magic wand, you can use DOIs, you can use ISBNs. I'm not sure what else might work for these kind of unique identifiers.
EMIDs,
Okay,
ARXIV. I don't even know what that stands
ABS.
for.
Yeah, I think the ones that are probably going to be most relevant for us are going to be the ISBNs and the DOIs.
Hmm.
For older literature, articles are not necessarily going to have DOIs. So, just a heads up that you will probably have to do some manual entry. But this is where something like Xenon DAI, I believe that their website works decently with the bibliographic connector. Um, with the connector, you will need to, double check what it is pulling in for you. And usually it's easier just to make some tweaks at the moment that you're pulling in the information automatically. So
That
maybe
makes
let's,
sense. I've found in the past that often with names that are not necessarily American or in English that have multiple last names, they're not always recorded correctly.
yeah. And, the bibliographic connector can work on any website or different things. I actually use it a lot in my research to, even keep hold of like a YouTube video that is relevant or something like that. But
Hmm.
depending on how the information is structured on the web page and,
Hmm.
whether the website has kind of appropriately used markup languages and whatnot depends on how well it will work. And so sometimes you'll get like the title and the author name and the editor name all in the title field, and you might need to parse those. So just some things to be on the lookout for when you use that
Yeah,
shortcut.
I've used Google Scholar, I know in the past, and that's usually pretty good. But yeah, always kind of double checking to make sure it does have all the correct content. Have you used Google Scholar in the
I
past?
have, so it generally works pretty well with Google Scholar. It's just that a lot of the content that I work on, is not always in or available in Google Scholar. That's why I tend to go to Xenon
Hmm.
because it, tends to have more comprehensive coverage for the kinds of material that we work on. But it also works well with Amazon. But I tend to again refer to WorldCat because it's a library resource, and I can be more assured that they have done the the
Yes.
disambiguating work and some of that is important in the bibliographic entries. Okay, so maybe let's experiment with a DOI. Are there
Hmm.
any of the articles in your list that have a DOI?
Oh, I might not have
And that's
added
okay. I mean,
those.
we
Let's
could
see.
we could try Xenon and see if there's an entry.
Doesn't look like I recorded that.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Um, so why don't we choose one of your articles um, and just grab one of the article titles, and then yeah, okay,
Actually, let's choose English. Okay, so
yeah.
can
So
I can
then
put the article title right here in this
it
search
should
box?
pull it up for you. Let's see what happens.
No
Oh,
results. Maybe I wonder if the title's too, this was an article that had a pretty long title.
okay.
Um, Maybe I will choose a different one. Um, let's choose this hospitium. Um,
Okay.
hey, found that one.
All
Okay,
right, great. So if you
great.
click in there, and I guess we're going to have the same problem of the connector not working. Um,
Well, right. I guess it's maybe I can check yeah, no, it didn't appear, but it must be then just in my main
so if you
library.
search for that title.
Yeah, I think it just
Okay. So
that
here's the
must
other
have
thing. I
been.
mean, you could import it into your personal library, and then once it's in your personal library, you could collect everything in a folder, and then you could pull it into the shared
Okay.
Zotero. The other thing I'm wondering, because you're using the downloaded version on your machine, and there's also the web interface. So maybe we should experiment with
Oh, yeah, I actually opened up the web. Sorry,
yeah,
I
it's right in
can't
the
see
middle of
all
your
of my
screen.
Okay, I can't see all of my tabs because of how
Yeah.
the Zoom come on. Sorry, yeah, it's
There
like
it is.
right
Okay.
underneath everything.
But
Oh,
look, it's nicely
okay, so
updated.
there, yeah, so that is there. Well, let's see if I
So
don't
the
know, do we
process,
try oh, save to that folder? Oh, an error occurred.
mm, okay. Maybe go back
Mm.
to uh, the web interface.
Oh, it
Hey,
got
it
it,
got it. Okay, but
but what is this
there's an error there.
little
So it might just be that there were certain fields that it couldn't pull in. So this is where I was saying
mhm.
that each time, you use the connector to pull in a resource, I would double check while you're on the bibliographic record that's the easy time to slot in any of
Hmm.
the missing information. So it's not perfect, but it speeds up the process quite a bit.
Okay. Yeah, no,
Okay.
that's pretty slick, pretty easy to at least get most of the information and then just have to make sure it's correct.
Yeah, exactly. So for those that are maybe following along, you could also do this the other direction. So as I've been building the bibliography for Dura, say I throw things into a folder, and then one of the nice things that you could do with Zotero is that Rachel, if you would actually highlight both of the entries that you have in your column. And then I believe if you
Yeah,
right click,
right click.
oh no, it's a slightly
No,
different. No, so sorry.
no, okay,
That's what you do in the version on your machine, and on the web
okay.
interface, it's slightly different. And I think it's the dot dot dot. No, maybe
Subscribe to feed.
it might be the line with the upward arrow. I can never remember which. Yeah,
Um,
export.
export.
Yep, and then you see this gives you a list of different
Different.
formats. Yeah, so you could, um, this isn't actually the one that I was looking for, but this is what we'll use in order to crosswalk into Wikidata. So after you
Hmm.
gather your bibliography, you can export into, if you'll click that again,
Hmm.
it will be um, um, hmm.
Of Wikipedia citation templates.
Yeah, I was looking. This looks a little different from what I'm used to. I wonder if they updated something. Could you get out of this record for just a
Hmm.
second and click on the lines that are between yeah, that one. Yeah, okay. So this was actually what I was looking for first, is that you can set your style format and
Hmm.
and then you could gather all of your bibliography here and then format it and then cut and paste it directly into your site guide, so that all of your citations are pre-formatted for you. If you're going to do this work
Hmm.
anyway, um, you might as well.
Yes.
Um, and then, yeah, if you'll close this window, and
Yeah, it looks
then,
like the error is just that there was no DOI found. I just
ah,
noticed that's where they,
oh, that's nice.
um,
Okay, cool.
so that was the only issue there.
Yeah, good. All right. And I'm trying to figure out could you click on the books? Do you see the little
Oh,
book icon? It's like
oh,
four
this,
books.
yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, well, and then under the copy to clipboard, do you see what the options are down below?
Oh, wait.
Oh, no, sorry, the big blue
No,
button.
same. Oh, yeah. No, it's because for me,
The
the
Zoom
video
window's in
screen.
the
Okay,
way. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
trying to move everything around here. Okay,
Uh,
copy to clipboard. Okay,
oh,
copied or copy the
okay. Yeah, no, we
HTML.
don't want the HTML. All right, so you can close out of that. I'm trying to find um, the right export feature. So maybe the icon in the middle of the top. Yeah, that one. No, that's
There's
import.
import from a file,
That's a note.
standalone.
Uh, okay.
That's the export,
Okay.
but it should be something different than what we saw.
All right. Give me just a second here. Okay. All right. So what we could do is we could export it as a CSV. That is the way that I've
Okay.
done it before. So what we
Okay.
would, so
Oops.
just to
Sorry, I'm
be,
I'm rushing ahead here.
no, 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 it's okay. So what you would do on your side is you as scholar would go through, you would populate the rest of your bibliography into your folder. And then once you're satisfied that you have all of your bibliographic entries. You might need to add one manually. So if you could just show Rachel clicking the plus button, I believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
And you could use this to manually create whatever entry you need. So we looked for that one bibliographic article entry, and there wasn't one. So you could maybe just demonstrate how to
Okay.
manually
Here.
fill that in.
Yes, I'll try to have two windows up at the same
Oh,
time.
perfect.
Maybe,
So
oops,
smart.
um, okay, it's on the bottom. Okay, so right, there was this article here. So it looks like then if I just, um,
Yeah, you can cut and paste directly into the fields.
so the title of the journal article, there we go.
Mhm.
And well, maybe this isn't a typical journal since these are
Oh,
archaeological reports. It's sometimes hard to say if it's a journal. This would be worth looking into to verify. Is it a journal or is this just a set
mm.
of the reports? Well, I will just, for the sake of demonstration, finish
Yeah.
off here.
Well, and actually,
Okay.
when you're finished inputting your information, it's actually
Oops.
relatively easy to redesignate the categorization of something. Um, we can demonstrate how to do that if necessary.
Let's see, we've got the date. It's 1998. All right,
All
so
right.
we've got the title, the author. That looks like all the info I've got on that.
Okay. All right, that's fine. And so then under, if you were to click on journal article,
Mm-hmm.
you see it
Oh,
gives
yeah,
you
then you can just easily change it to
exactly.
something
So if you
else.
go and do a little more searching and you find that there's a different categorization that would make more sense there, then then you could do that. But for the sake of for the sake of demonstration, we'll just go with it for today. Um, and so the last stage of this piece that I'll have you do is just to highlight all of your entries
Mhm.
that you want included in your CSV. And then you would click on that, I believe it was that line with the upward
Yeah,
arrow. Yep.
this guy, so CSV.
CSV stands for comma separated value. So it's basically just a generic spreadsheet. And so yes, you want to save it.
That. Well, open it, I guess, for me now.
All right. So I'm going to stop the recording unless you have any other questions.
No,